Hey everybody, I'm going to show you today some abandoned tracks at a museum, which is quite unusual. But they actually used to run trains at this museum. But a lawyer came and said it was too dangerous and all that, and they just couldn't defend themselves. This is the Huntsville Depot Museum in Huntsville, Alabama. So here's where the line used to connect to the Norfolk Southern. It's the Norfolk Southern Memphis District East End with their small yard here in Huntsville. Down there is Cleveland Avenue crossing, and down there is the Church Street crossing. And right here we have the abandoned tracks. Here we have an extremely old switch. Check this out. 1948. Pettibone Mulligan Co., Chicago. Hub safety patented. From Chicago. That would have switched for that spur there. So now I'm going to walk down here. This might be a longer video to show all these tracks, because they actually had quite a few tracks in this museum here. And one of them, which had an operating trolley, which was not standard gauge actually, but used normal rails, was completely ripped out mostly. But I'm going to show you where it went. So this might be a longer video because it's a loop around the whole museum. So here we have where it kind of dispersed into the museum's yard. And there's the NS once again. That track right there starts the active part, and all those back there are active. Right there is the museum, which has one gate open. And then right here, this switch here, check this out. You can see the overgrowth. Here's another one which has part of the flag still remaining. Let's see here. Weir. Don't see the years on it, sadly. These are extremely old switches here. Here we see more overgrowth. And then, so that would have switched, just some more dispersing of to the yard area here. I'm gonna walk over here. That switch over there doesn't have an actual switch stand anymore. This is going into the yard. Over there is actually some sort of rail car sitting on the track there. Before the fence, actually. It's the only piece of rolling stock outside the museum's fence that's on these tracks. And I'm not sure what it is. It looks like a flat car, but I don't know. And also there's yet another switch there for this area. Because in this overgrowth you can see that there is a switch off there. I'm going to try to show you in here. I actually haven't tried to see this up close, so let me just see here. This fence was originally here. Some sort of miniature rail car there, it looks like. I don't know. There is a flat car with some ties sitting on it. And this spur just led up to that fence and ended. Or no, it didn't. It actually continued. You'll see it inside. Part of the old Southern Station, which you can go inside of it as the museum. And over there. So now I'm going to go in. Here's some tracks leading into it. This spur we will look at next. That's where it leads to the miniature loop that actually ran trains. I believe these ones were here just to get these rail cars out or in from the Norfolk Southern if they needed to. But now they're just sitting on it. So here, this one leads to a caboose you can get on. So here you can just get on here, look inside, and there's the rails. Right there are some overpasses over all the tracks here, because there are quite a few tracks. Even still, there's quite a few active tracks there, so. Not sure what this line was for. I think it was for an access road, because you can see they lead to that fence over there, which is a gate actually. But here we have a boxcar which you can also go in, which is pretty nice actually. Actually, it looks more like a cattle car, but probably just an old box car. Oh yeah, this is a cattle car. There's hay in it. And there's a table for some reason. Okay, that's new. Here's a look there. Now I'm going to keep going. Okay. This track just reconnects here, oddly enough. Kind of didn't make too much sense, but oh well. I guess it was just so they could switch them if there was a lot of stuff. Here's a gas station thing. And here we have a passenger car, which you cannot get onto. It doesn't appear, unless you can on the other side. And you can see they, I don't know what this was for, but you can see the railroad here. And here's this passenger car. Oh, you can get in it. Okay. Also, they put something right on top of the rails here. I'm not sure what that even is. Oh, there's a switch there. Covered up by a cone, though. So here is this passenger car. I'm not going to go too far into it, but there's a look there. There's the steam engine, which I believe used to run. No seats. Okay, so they must be refurbishing it. Because the floor looks new. And that looks new. So there's just a look at that. Quickly. This is kind of a tour video of the museum as well. But mostly just looking at the abandoned tracks. And here's again a look at this switch. Which is really hard to see, sadly. But it's for when cars have to drive on this access road. They don't want them running that over. Because that'll instant flat tire. Here we have the Huntsville Railway Coast steam engine. And also we'll go over there to look at those in a second. Here's the depot building, which you can go in. There's 3 stories. Admissions and gift shop, restrooms, other stuff there. You can go into the tender. And then here is this stuff, which clearly doesn't work. Sadly, there's a picture. This was the brake, but they literally ripped it out. So there you go in there. Now I'm once again, oh, never mind, that's not the way out. I'm gonna go out this way. And you can see how many cuts there are in the rails. Interestingly enough. This little track here does have one piece of rolling stock in it, which is this hand car. Which I actually, when I first came here earlier today, I thought that they would let you operate it, but I don't think they do. As far as I can tell, you can't, because they have this chain lock thing here, so unless they unlock it for you, which would be interesting, but yeah. And then this rail just goes into the pavement. You can see right there, used to go up maybe a little further, but that's it. And lastly on this track is this other caboose here, which is the birthday caboose. So you can have a birthday party in here if you wanted to, if you so desire. And also, one more thing before we go to those other tracks. Right here we have a signal post, which is, I don't even know. There you go. It doesn't operate, sadly, but there you go. I thought it was SafeTran at first, but it's not. It's probably like GRS or something. No clue. But this is getting a long video already. But next, I'm gonna go over to this stuff over here. So here we have the other 2-yard tracks, which went behind that fence that we were at a second ago in that huge overgrowth and ended back here. So this track here doesn't have anything on it. This one has 2 pieces of rolling stock. As you can see, we have this box car, which if you look closely at the patches, you can kind of see wording. I'm not sure what this was. Had something to do with the Southern, it appears, but there's a lot of patches over it, so it's hard to see. There's some more wording of sorts, and here is part of the platform. Oops. Which is crumbling. But yeah, this is the active NS track. You can watch the trains from here whenever they pass. There's part of the NS yard tracks, which these ones don't even appear to be used anymore, but there's some more over there which are. Then we have a Southern caboose on this track, which I'll get up on real quick. Can't go in it, but you can get on it. Just a quick look there. This is a straight up staircase. Okay. And then I'm going to look down here one more time into this fence, just so you can see what it looks like, and so I can see actually too. They blocked this off in case it starts rolling, which is very possible. I mean, the caboose would probably want to run away because it's not getting used at all. Oh, you can walk up here too. This is random. Okay. Well, here's this flat car. Yikes, that's seen better days. But yeah. This is not a miniature rail car. That is a tractor. An ancient tractor. Holy. Well, now I'm going to go back to that other spur over here. This is where we'll start looking at the ripped out trolley track that you could ride, which also the trolley that used to run here is still here at the museum, which you can't get on it, but you can look at it, and it also doesn't move. So here's the spur. As you can see, it's standard gauge here to lead into the NS track. Here's a entrance into this park here. Here's the car museum stuff. And then here we can see the start of a extra rail, which the trolley would have used this and this rail. And I don't think this actually continued. I'm pretty sure this, because this wouldn't have gone anywhere. They can't run it on the NS tracks, so I don't think they would have. I don't think they actually had it continue any further, but you can see how it's 3-rail. And then here we have the turntable and roundhouse, which the roundhouse doesn't have any rail cars in it, and there's no rails in it. It is used as like a place where you can, there's like tables and stuff in it. So, I'm not sure what that's actually used for, but it has tables, and I'll try to show you inside if I can. But here you can see would have went into the turntable, and it did run because there is the actual trolley, and they also had to go other places than just this, because this is not where it just ran. That's not it. So I'll get closer. Here's an L&N cushion car, box car here, and over here we have the trolley, which this turntable also has 3rd rail, so that trolley can move around. Oh, I just fell. Lol. There's a hole back there. But here we have the trolley. Just sitting here. Behind a giant boxcar. And there's a bell as well, which it looks like the person driving it could ring. And here's the roundhouse, which you can see rails. However, no third rail here. Just standard gauge. And some of these doors have windows. So I'm going to try to show you inside if it'll work. Yeah, there you go. That's what it looks like inside. And I'm going to look at the turntable. It says Depot Express on that trolley car. Over here is a crossing signal, which appears to be just homemade except for the crossbuck. Nope, never mind, because there are GRS 8-inch lights on it. This actually just appears to be an ancient signal without the visors or backgrounds. And the crossbuck there. There's that building, and there's another caboose, which that was on its own little thing actually the whole time. Doesn't appear that it was some sort of spur or anything. But this is actually getting really long. But I'm actually walking on the former trolley track right now. And I'll explain how I know in a second. You can kind of see the place where the grass just refuses to grow, which is where the trolley went around. It went in this loop around it. Now I'm sure there was like a, oh no, the spur was over there. It would have went around here just to turn around and sit probably in there for the night as well. But over here, back to this track, you can see yet another one of these places where it's just like this, and I can tell that right here there was the trolley track went in here, because that wouldn't have gone anywhere, but this did. And also you can see a Y that would have been here. Well, a fork, I guess. So, and this would have continued, and you can see remnants too, and even the person that gives you the tour will explain that they used to have a running trolley here, so I'm not just making this up. It crossed here, and I think this was abandoned at least a year ago probably, because they built this drain here. So, but this is probably a station since there's some benches here, but I don't know. But you can see the clear evidence that a rail line went through here. Oh, I hear a train. Okay, guys, I'm gonna pause the video here, and I'm gonna go film this train. Now that's done with, we'll continue. So I'm back on the abandoned line. Here was actually a crossing, a gravel crossing, which probably would have let them get into there so they could mow the grass or something. Or just a accessible way for people to get in there. But anyways, here's the steam engine again. And here's the tracks. At first I thought it went right into there, which made me think it was abandoned a really long time ago. But then I noticed it curved over here. And it was this, whenever I got to here, I realized this is really a hardcore abandonment. Check this out. They paved over the freaking crossing. Jeez. And they even put grass over this part. Like, wow, man. Just wow. But, anyways, following it. Here we have this curve. This one was also paved over. I think that's just a stone, but still. Here we have Eunice's Country Kitchen, and here was a pedestrian crossing that was paved over. Like, seriously, people? Come on. There's also lampposts around this track, so that marks also where it was. It's really too bad they ripped this out. I'd like to have rode this. And I don't know what this is from. Not sure. Maybe there was, I don't know really. Maybe there was a station thing there or something. So now we're coming up to a really new crosswalk, which was put in like really recently. Here's another paved over crossing. There's that caboose there, which was just on its own independent thing. And whenever they built this crosswalk, this is a bike trail which comes in from downtown and goes in there. They completely covered where the track went, so I almost thought it went back there behind the roundhouse, but then I saw it continue over here and I saw the lamppost. So also there's bike signals here, which is nice, but still. Here we have some more remnants that are visible. And I just realized, I think that crossing signal did operate because it's right by where the tracks once were. And it's at a sidewalk crossing that would have, this sidewalk goes into the roundhouse here. And they paved over this once again. They paved over every crossing that was here. Now this curves around this way. Here's the signal, which once again, 2 GRS 8-inch lights without background visors, an old base, and the crossbook. But the track didn't go that way. Oh, I just realized something. I did not see this. One of these actually does have a third rail. So the trolley would have went in that shed rather than just sit in the turntable. But it would have went around the turntable here. There's the L&N cushion car. And then we have looped around. This is where we were at the Y, the former Y area here. So I've just taken you around a complete loop of the abandoned track. So that's all I have to show. I'm going to save the inside of the depot for your guys' experience because I shouldn't spoil everything at this museum. And also the gift shop. But yeah, here we have just a quick tour, and that, yeah, okay. But yeah, here we have a quick tour of this, not quick, but a tour of this museum and its abandoned trolley track and the abandoned tracks and the rolling stock and all that good stuff. So yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and goodbye. One more quick thing, a detail. This isn't an abandoned rail, but detail. They actually use the side of these sidewalks. They use rail. Not all of them, but some of them. And I'll show you, so you can see they like molded them or welded them together. And there's some more over here. I will show you. If we go over to this side, here's the birthday caboose. Once again, there's the Church Street crossing. I'm gonna show you over here the other ones. Right here. Here you go. All the way around this flagpole, all the way up to there, that access road. So this is an abandoned rail. I just wanted to show that off as well. I forgot to, because it's pretty neat. So yeah, thanks for watching this museum tour of the Huntsville Depot Museum, and also looking at the abandoned tracks within it. So yeah, over and out.